School is in session, beauties. Grab your tools and let's do a quick makeup tutorial. Hey beauties, welcome back. It's me, Lydia Marie. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I mainly do beauty content for women over 40, but all are welcome. Today, you guys, we are doing a step-by-step makeup tutorial. This is for those of us who sometimes might need a little refresher on how to do our makeup. Some of the steps that would give you the most cohesive, wearable makeup look. Of course, you can change any of the steps. Like for instance, I'm going to be using liquid blush and a powder blush. You can go ahead and just use one blush. You don't have to do 3 colors on your eyelid. You can simply do a bronzer, but we're going to go step by step in this video. This will also be a voiceover video because as you can hear, I'm quite congested due to allergy season starting up a little bit early, but don't worry, I'm going to talk you through these steps. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a thing. Grab your tools, grab a cup of tea, and follow along for this very easy, beginner-friendly makeup tutorial. Let's get started. Before you start applying makeup, make sure that your skin is nice and hydrated, whether you use a primer or a moisturizer. I'm using a moisturizer from Bobbi Brown. This is the vitamin enriched face base, but you want to make sure that your skin is nice and hydrated and ready to receive makeup. If you have any darkness, color, or hyperpigmentation or redness that you want to correct, now is the time to do so with your color corrector. I'm using a peach one from Huda because a peach color corrector cancels out any brown or dark spots, which is what I have. After I apply the color corrector, I simply tap it in with a dense brush. I don't blend this in. I tap the product right over the areas that I want to correct because that makes sure the product stays in place. For your foundation, I take about a pump and a half either on the back of my hand or on the palette, and I blend that in on my hand with the brush to make sure that it's evenly applied over the brush. When I apply my foundation, I start from the middle of my face and work my way down because the middle of my face is where I tend to need the most coverage. And as you can see, I tap the product into place and then I'm blending it down back towards my hairline and down to my neck. You want to make sure that you're covering every area. You don't want your foundation to stop before your ear or your hairline. You want it to look nice and even. And I'm doing the same on the other side. So with this pump and a half of foundation, this gives me more than enough, probably even too much because I'm going for a full coverage look. You can totally start with the pump, but you just want to make sure that your foundation is blended. Whatever is left on my brush is what I use on my forehead. I don't apply any other product. And then I just go back over everything just to make sure I have the foundation blended in and that it looks nice and seamless. We can do a video on finding your foundation shade if you like. Let me know in the comments. For my concealer on this step, I'm going to use a concealer that is close to my skin tone. This is the same shade from Dior, shade 4W. And as you can see, it has a little bit of a neutral undertone. That's going to provide even more color correction on my face without it being brightening. And this is really just going to give me a nice seamless complexion. So I'm putting that on the high points of my eye and in the corner of my eye and around my nose where I tend to get red. I'm going to take a fluffy concealer brush. I don't like to apply or blend my concealer with a beauty blender because I feel like it picks up too much product. But using a fluffy concealer brush and blending it in, it ensured that the product is staying in the place where I want it to. I'm really just tapping it in and blending it and making sure that I'm getting the coverage that I desire from my concealer. Once my concealer has dried down a bit, that's when I go in with a slightly damp beauty blender and I simply tap around the edges. You don't want your beauty sponge to be wet because it will pick up too much product, and you don't want to do this step before the concealer completely dries down. Now I'm going in with my MAC Fix Plus spray to just melt all this liquid product together. I'll let that sit for about 30 seconds. And now we want to start adding some dimension to our face. If you're new to makeup or newer, you might want to start with bronzing versus contouring. Bronzing mimics the sun, so you're going to apply it to the higher points of your face, like your cheekbones, your temples, and even down the bridge of your nose. And bronzing is such a great tool because it starts to bring dimension and shape back to your face while also giving you a nice amount of warmth. So you can either apply it straight to your face and blend it or apply it on a brush like I did. This next step is optional. If you don't want a bright under eye or a bright highlighted area, you can skip this step. But personally, I like my under eye to look a little bit bright and to have some brightness on the high points of my face, which is why you see your influencers applying concealer down the bridge of their nose and over their brows. Because again, this step is just about bringing a little bit more dimension to your face. So my concealer is about a shade lighter than my normal concealer, and I just apply that under my eye, over my eyebrows, and down the bridge of my nose and on my cupid's bow. And that's just going to give me a nice highlighted look and really just mimic the natural shadows and peaks and highlighted places of your face. So I'm using the Tower 28 concealer, and I'm basically blending it in the same way, especially under my eyes with the fluffy concealer brush so that it looks natural, but I also have a good amount of brightness under my eyes so I look nice, fresh, and awake. Now I'm going to start adding color back to my face with some blush. I like to use a liquid blush first, and this is a shade from e.l.f. I'm just giving myself 2 dots, and as you can see, I applied it at the higher points of my face, almost under my eye, up towards my temple, because I do like my blush to have a little bit of a lifted look. You can absolutely do this with a powder blush if you prefer powder over liquid, but I wear 2 blushes for a little bit extra dimension. But absolutely, you can just use one blush here. You can stop here if that's your choice. But as you can see, I'm just blending it up to the high points of my face. And this is again giving my face shape and dimension and a little bit of color. But again, you can also do this with a powder blush. It's absolutely your choice. You don't have to do 2 blushes. That's just something that I like to do. Now we're going to get into the loose setting powder. We want to go in and set all of that cream product that we did. So I'm starting with a powder puff under my eye, and as you can see, I'm tapping it with just the tip of the triangle puff under my eye. Do not go heavy on your powders. A little bit of this loose powder goes a long way. Everywhere that I did cream product, as you can see, I have it set under my eye. I'm going to do the same by tapping off some of that excess powder, and I'm tapping that loose powder over every area where I put cream product. So the blush, the cream bronzer, and the concealer is all being set by this loose powder, and then I'm going to give my face another spray. I'm going to go over my face and apply the powder product version of the cream products that I've already done. For instance, this powder bronzer is going to go over the same areas of my face that I applied the cream bronzer stick. This is a way of setting the cream products into place again and also adding a little bit more dimension. I feel like this just gives you a nice sculpted look. And again, it's an easy way to get shape to your face if you're newer to contouring and bronzing. I'm going to do the same thing with a powder blush. Again, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. You can stop your blush where it was with the liquid, but I'm just going to take a powder blush and apply it in the same areas that I did the liquid blush. This is going to give me a little bit more color, a little bit more dimension, and I'm draping it up towards my temple for a nice lifted look. Lastly, for the complexion is a finishing powder. I like to use a mineralized powder like this one from Sephora because it's nice and lightweight and it gives you a nice airbrush finish. A finishing powder literally just does just that. It's the last step in my complexion, and it really just brings all the makeup together and makes it look cohesive. I just take a nice fluffy brush and go over my entire face. It doesn't add a lot of pigment. It really just brings all the makeup together, and this is what my complexion is looking like after we have done all these steps. Nice, sculpted, and everything is blended together. For eyeshadow, you can choose to use a bronzer shade and just sweep that color all over your lid, but I'm going to do a little neutral eye look today using this Morphe palette. So I'm taking a soft brown shade on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm simply sweeping that color all over my lid into my crease on my eye. You can do a one-stop eyeshadow here and just use this shade, or you can add a little bit more dimension by adding some darker shades into the corners of your eye. But again, I'm just taking this nice soft brown shade and I'm starting the structure of the eyeshadow by simply sweeping that color all over my lid and into my crease with a nice fluffy blending brush. And I just want to sweep it and blend it until it's diffused. Then I'm going to take this darker shade for a little dimension, and I'm taking a smaller dense brush like you see here, and I'm going to tap that color in the corner of my eye closer to my lash line. And this is going to give me a little bit more depth, a little bit more dimension without being a full-on smoky. But I feel like this type of look really gives your eye some structure as well. And it just looks really pretty. You just need a little pop of darkness in the color. You don't want to blend it all over your lid. Just keep it close to the lash line for a little bit of structure. Lastly, I like to add a lighter shade or even some shimmer to my eyelid for a little bit of pop of color, especially because I wear glasses. So I always want my eyeshadow to show. And using a cream shade is very, very flattering on your eyelid, especially if you're applying it like I am just in the middle of your lid for a little pop of color. You can just finish your look off like this. It's such a simple eye look. It's very beginner friendly, something that you can do to practice on. But again, either using a shimmer or something cream is my go-to look for my eyeshadow. And after I do this, I'm going to line my eyelids with a darker shade in this palette. So I'm just taking the same brush and I'm going to go around the lower lash line and give my lower lash line, I should say, a little bit of eye color so it can match the top lid. And then I'm going to do the same on the upper lash, and I'm going to take a darker brown and just kind of trace it over my eyelid like that. You can totally do this with eyeliner as well, a traditional eyeliner stick, or you can just use the eyeshadow. It's up to you. Add your mascara or your lashes if that's your choice. You guys know I am a mascara girl, so I'm going to add some mascara just to have my eyes look nice and open. Add a lipstick or lip gloss of your choice if that's your thing, and give your face one last spray with a setting spray to lock everything together, and that's it. All right, beauty. So this is the final look of the very simple step-by-step makeup tutorial. I feel like this is very beginner friendly. And like I said during the voiceover, you don't have to do like the liquid blush. You can just simply do one blush if you please. It's totally up to you. Make it your own. But I feel like these steps will give you the most cohesive, easy to do, everyday, wearable makeup look, and you can do them with a little or a lot of products. It's up to you. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, make sure you leave a comment down below. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. As usual, everything will be linked down below in the description box. Thanks again for tuning in. Hi again to my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all being here. I will see you back here for the next video very, very soon. Let me know what you guys thought of this tutorial. Bye.